Welcome to the Argent Tournament Grounds. Remember this place? In Ice Crown? You know, for a while I used to think this place was kind of silly. Like, why would you have a tournament grounds literally, like in the face of the Citadel? The Citadel's right there. Okay? This didn't seem like the most ideal place to me to hold a tournament. And I thought, why are we holding a tournament when we should be preparing to take the Citadel to face the Lich King? Well, apparently, Tyrion Fordring had this idea that he didn't want anyone who was going to be able to keep up with, hold their own and keep up with the rest when they eventually took the Citadel. He only wanted to take the absolute best of the best with him. So rather than taking both factions and having them fight amongst each other and such, because the Horde and the Alliance were just at each other's throats here stupidly, when we should be fighting, working together to take on the Lich King. But of course, during this time, Varian was an idiot. Garrosh was an idiot. I mean, Thrall and Jaina were trying to keep peace, amongst them and focus on the Lich King, but no. So Tyrion had this idea of holding a tournament grounds where there would be armistice and no fighting amongst each other, and whichever faction won, and only the best of that faction would join the Argent Crusade when they stormed the Citadel. So that was kind of the idea of this place. So today we are now going to be doing the raid known as Trial of the Crusader. This was supposed to be one of those trials that would help determine who would get to go into the Citadel. And it wasn't just the raid, it was some other stuff. There was a bunch of dailies here that also involved jousting. There was a dungeon trial of the champion, where you would take on some champions, and your final opponent would end up being the Black Knight, which was kind of cool. We're going to be doing Trial of the Crusader. And this has a couple of great bosses in here. And because, of course, this is being hosted by Tyrion Fordring and the Argent Crusade, who Tyrion, of course, is the wielder of the Ashbringer. But as you can see, I happen to have that on my back nowadays. By the way, in case you've been following my Paladin playthrough, yes, I have changed him from a Tauren to a Blood Elf. Let's just say recently I've grown quite fond of the Blood Elves. Also, you'll notice this shield I have. So recently, I've been working on getting my rep with High Mountain up so I can unlock them as an allied race. Well, guess what dropped when I did the dailies for rep for the High Mountain Tauren? This dropped. It just randomly dropped. I couldn't believe it. This, I think, is like my first legendary that I've ever had just drop like that. I couldn't believe it. It's amazing. I cannot believe this actually dropped for me. So that's why there is this shield around me, because as you can see, every 30 seconds I gain an absorb shield for 25% of my maximum health for 30 seconds. I can only wear this up to 115, and then I won't be able to wear it anymore because it says requires level 115 or below. Because this was something you were supposed to get in Legion. You can't really utilize this in BFA. So let's head on inside. And yes, I decided we're going to do this on 25 Heroic because this is one of those where there's actually more things that you can get and experience in this raid if you do the 25 Heroic as opposed to the normal. And this is one of those raids I actually like in terms of concept because there's no running around, there's no dealing with ads, it's just boss, and then boss, and then boss, and it's all in this one spot. It's something I really like. Now, I will say, I can understand why a lot of people hated one of the bosses in here. But there are a couple of bosses in here I really like. So, look at how this is set up. Above me is Tyrion and the Argent Crusade in the middle. Over here we have the Horde with Thrall still in his war chief you know, outfit before he ditched it in Cataclysm. And then we have Garrosh in his newer model that he, of course, would be utilizing throughout the rest of the game until he met his end in Warlords. And then on this side, we have the Alliance with Jaina up there and Varian. So, I believe I talked to this guy, Barrett Ramsey.
Hello.
Start things off. Welcome, champion. Have you gathered your forces in preparation for the challenges of the trial of the Grand Crusader? Only the most powerful and accomplished of combatants are able to participate in these trials. To participate in these trials, you must have completed the normal trial of the Crusader. Ah. We'll come back again when you have achieved.
See you around.
Okay, never mind. So we won't be doing the heroic version. We'll just be doing the normal version because apparently this won't allow me to do so until I do the normal version. There apparently are other raids that, or dungeons that require you to do something ahead of time before you can be able to actually do the heroic version. So we'll just go ahead and do normal 10-man. Oh well. I guess I'll just have to do the other version later on my own.
Good day to you.
Alright. We are prepared for the challenges ahead of us. Alright, bring forth the first challenge.
Welcome, champions. You have heard the call of the Argent Crusade, and you have boldly answered. It is here, in the Crusaders' Colosseum, that you will face your greatest challenges. Those of you who survive the rigors of the Colosseum will join the Argent Crusade on its march to Ice-Crowned Citadel. Hailing from the deepest, darkest caverns of the Storm Peaks, Gormok the Impaler. Battle on, heroes!
I've seen more worthy challenges in the Ring of Blood. You waste our time, Paladin.
Listen to Garrosh just bad-mouthing Tyrion.
Heal yourselves, heroes, for the Twin Terrors, Acid Maw and Dreadscale. Enter the arena!
Acid Maw and Dreadscale.
Air itself freezes with the introduction of our next combatant.
Ice Howl.
Ice Howl! Kill or be killed, champions! The monstrous menagerie has been vanquished!
Reminds me, let me turn auto loot off. Why won't it let me collect the... Okay. Somebody watching this, let me know. I've been experiencing, like, I don't know if this is a bug or not, but why won't it let me collect this appearance? I equip it, and then I take it off, and it says, you still haven't collected it. How have I not collected the appearance? Is this a bug that I don't know about? Is there something else I'm supposed to do? Because this is becoming a common problem every time I try and do these solo raids. I'll get something that I haven't gotten, and then it won't let me collect it. If someone knows what the problem is, please, in the comments, let me know what's going on.
How are you?
Well done. Your fighting against all those beasts was splendid. I hear the next challenge should be even tougher. You'll find out soon enough. Are you ready for the next challenge?
Safe travels.
Hold on. You can't even read description. Never mind. Lord Jaraxxus. This is one of those bosses I like.
one.
And a lot of people like as well.
Warlock Wilfred Fizzlebang will summon forth your next challenge. Stand by for his entry.
He's walking through Ice Howl. I wish Ice Howl just... There he is. There's Fizzlebang.
Thank you, High Lord. Now, challengers, I will begin the ritual of summoning. When I am done, a fearsome Doomguard will appear. Prepare for oblivion!
Listen to Jaraxxus' voice actor.
Aha! I have done it! Behold the absolute power of Wilfred Fizzlebang, Master Summoner! You are bound to me, demon.
Trifling gnome! Your arrogance will be your undoing!
But I'm in charge here!
Quickly, heroes! Destroy the Demon Lord before it can open a portal to its twisted demonic realm!
You face Jaraxxus, Eredar Lord of the Burning Legion! Another will take my place. Your world is doomed.
The loss of Wilfred Fizzlebang, while unfortunate, should be a lesson to those of you who dare to dabble in dark magic. Alas, you are victorious, and now must face the next challenge.
Treacherous Alliance dogs! You summon a demon lord against warriors of the Horde? Your deaths will be swift.
The Alliance doesn't need the help of a demon lord to deal with Horde filth. Come, pig.
Everyone, calm down. Compose yourselves. There is no conspiracy at play here. The Warlock acted on his own volition, outside of influences from the Alliance. The tournament must go on.
Is it me, or does it look like they actually updated Thrall's character model? I think they did. That does not look like the old character model from back in the day. That looks like the character model that they made when they introduced Warlords, and they update all the character models for all the races and characters. Certainly looks like it. Garrosh's model is still the same, but looks like they updated Thrall's. Did they update Jaina and Varian over here? Or are they still the same? Let me see if I can spot it. No, it looks like the same models over there. Alright, so, yeah. Poor Fizzlebang. It was kind of funny, though, when he's like, I'm in charge. But I loved how enthusiastic Jaraxxus' voice actor was. Your arrogance will be your undoing! He's just like so into his role. I just love it when voice actors just really get into that. It's so great. Okay, this next boss. Champions of the Alliance. Because I'm playing on the Horde. If you were Alliance, it'd be Champions of the Horde. This next boss, a lot of people hate, and I can understand why. The first time I tried this, I was like, what is going on? Turns out you're going to face one of pretty much every class in the game on the opposite side, and they pretty much use all the abilities that you would use if you were playing those classes. Yeah. Fortunately, some of my abilities, like Divine Shield, should be able to help me out, just quickly wipe them out before it becomes too frustrating.
You need something?
Warlock certainly didn't summon a Doomguard. Your next challenge will find you fighting Knights of the Argent Crusade. Do you think you're up for the challenge? Of course. Well then, I'll give the signal to Tyrion when you're ready to go. Get the signal, we are ready to go.
The next battle will be against the Argent Crusade's most powerful knights. Only by defeating them will you be deemed worthy.
Our honor has been besmirched. They make wild claims and false accusations against us. I demand justice. Allow my champions to fight in place of your knights, Tyrion. We challenge the Horde.
Very well. I will allow it. Fight with honor.
Fight for the glory of the Alliance, heroes. Honor your king and your people.
I need a target. Brings. For the Horde!
A shallow and tragic victory. We are weaker as a whole from the losses suffered today. Who but the Lich King could benefit from such foolishness? Great warriors have lost their lives, and for what? The true threat looms ahead. The Lich King awaits us all in death.
I mean, he's right. The fact is, we should not be fighting amongst ourselves. We should be uniting to face the Lich King in Icecrown Citadel. But hey, we even fight each other there.
What can I do for you?
We suffered a lot of casualties when capturing your next challenge. That tough, huh? You better believe it. You're gonna face two of Arthas's most powerful Valkyr lieutenants. Valkyr? We're ready for them.
Only by working together will you overcome the final challenge. From the depths of Icecrown come two of the Scourge's most powerful lieutenants. Fearsome Valkyr, winged harbingers of the Lich King.
I need to target something.
In the name of our Dark Master. For the Scourge cannot be stopped, will die.
Salt
Do
and
you still
pepper.
question the might of the Horde, Paladin? We will take on all
Edge
comers.
of agony. I like that. Look at that sword. Woo! Love that. What did Garrosh say?
Do you still question the might of the Horde, Paladin? We will take on all comers.
I like impersonating Garrosh. I feel like it's a voice I can pull off better than Thrall's. Thrall's voice is really hard to do, but Garrosh's I actually seem to be able to manage.
You need something?
Splendid. You've proven yourselves as great champions here today. With you fighting alongside the Argent Crusade, victory against the Scourge is inevitable. Your words of praise are appreciated, Colosseum Master. The praise is well deserved. Tyrion will want to praise you himself shortly. Hey, have you noticed it getting a bit cold all of a sudden? That is strange.
A mighty blow has been dealt to the Lich King. You have proven yourselves as able-bodied champions of the Argent Crusade. Together, we will strike against Icecrown Citadel and destroy what remains of the Scourge. There is no challenge that we cannot face united.
You will have your challenge, Fordring.
The
Arthas,
Lich King.
you are hopelessly outnumbered. Lay down Frostmourne and I will grant you a just death.
The Nerubians built an empire beneath the frozen wastes of
I need a target.
An empire
Oops.
that you so foolishly built your structures upon. My of your fallen champions will be mine. Fordring.
Okay. So we're down in the Nerubian area. Well, that's great. I like how they're both still here. Huh. How am I gonna get back up there? Oh, that's gross. Scarabs.
Our guests have arrived, just as the Master promised.
Okay. Hi, Anub'arak. It's good to see you back. It's always nice to see you. He actually can drop a pet here. A Nerubian relic. Nerubian swarmer pet.
will serve as your tomb.
Oh, it's so nice to have this shield where it just absorbs everything. Alright. Oh, look at you, putting me in ice. But also thwarted Arthas' plans. Your skill and cunning will prove to be a powerful weapon against the Scourge. Well done. Allow one of the Crusader's mages to transport you to the surface. Ooh. Oh yeah, I already have these appearances, actually. So you can actually purchase a certain set from a vendor right outside this raid, actually. Portal to Dalaran. Argent Mage, and there is Fordring. Hey, Tyrion, look. We have matching Ashbringers. Actually, mine's a little bit more, radiant than yours, but you'll be happy to... Tyrion, I am from the future. I come from the future. I am here to let you know that you will pass the Ashbringer on to me, and I will take good care of it for you. Don't worry, we'll have this discussion again when we do Icecrown Citadel. But anyway...
We shall triumph!
Now that you have completed the trial of the Crusader, you should consider returning to take part in the trial of the Grand Crusader. Only the strongest adventurers can hope to complete the trial, but you will be rewarded well for your efforts.
The end of the scourge draws near.
Please take the portal down when you're ready. Okay. Boop. Alright, so we are back here in Dalaran. Dalaran in Northrend, by the way, not the Dalaran in Legion. Okay, so that was Trial of the Crusader. A lot of people don't really like it, but I like it in terms of the fact that it's in one spot, and there's no ads. It's just boss, 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 and I like that. I enjoy that. I know that the champions of the faction champions was frustrating because there was a lot of crowd control and such. I made it look easy because as a paladin you can just use Divine Shield and they can't really do anything to you. And then you can just quickly wipe them out during that time. But the first time I tried this with my Shaman, I just kept getting crowd controlled, crowd controlled, crowd controlled, crowd controlled. It was... yeah. So, I think it's a fun entertaining raid. In terms of what's going on around you with the characters that are there, and then the Lich King shows up and he's like, "Yeah, guess what? The Nerubians are right below you," and then he just sends you down to face Anub'arak. That's great. So, you would think next we're going to do Icecrown. However, there is one more raid that I actually would like to do before we venture into ICC. In fact, this is a raid that has a similar history with Naxxramas. Onyxia's Lair. Now, it is true that Onyxia's Lair is a one-boss raid, but it has historical significance. This was the first ever dragon raid boss we ever had in the game. It was a raid back in vanilla. But it got revamped and it got taken out, revamped, and then brought back for Wrath of the Lich King. So, we'll be going into Onyxia's Lair when we come back, and hopefully I'll have a chance to get this mount of hers. Stay tuned.